we're gonna finish up today with a Fleekazoid video. It's a bit of an older one. He's roasting Dragon Age Veilgard. So I think that this will be a good one to conclude on because it's Fleekazoid and it's him dunking on Veilgard. What more could you want? So, shall we finish this off with a laugh? Let's go.
Pimps, I am back! You've probably been wondering where I went. Well, I've been correcting the timeline, ensuring that everything is as it should be. And although I won't say the correction of the timeline was...
What the hell was that? Oh, we're starting hot. Oh, we're starting off hot. That was beautiful. Dragon Age Veilgard is at war with itself. The sequel to Inquisitor's trapped in an action game with no interest in the pet. Oh my god. Sleek just walked up and bitch slapped Veilgard, as he should. As he should.
It was all me. I will say that none of this could have happened without me. I would never say that I'm the whole car. I play a very small part in this. The engine. But now, speaking of cars, imagine if I pretended to be a Ferrari salesman, sold you an Enzo, and then handed you the keys to a Ford Taurus. Imagine if Tom Cruise reached out to you through email and told you that only you could save Mission Impossible 20 by sending him $200 in iTunes gift cards. Imagine if a very...
That's kind of happened. So it's I appreciate it's a joke, but that kind of thing happened. Remember? Yeah, okay. I'll keep it paused here while I talk. Remember the Brad Pitt scam with that lady from the UK, where she supposedly sent Brad Pitt something like 200,000 pounds or some shit like that? You guys aren't paying it. You guys aren't hearing a thing I'm saying right now, are you? Chat tits. Did that get your attention? Okay, hang on. Let me try something. Okay, chat. Now, like as I was saying, you know, this is very similar to the. Oh, did you want me to move? Did you want me to move? Okay, what if I did this instead? What if I did this instead? Would this be better? Would this be better, chat? Hmm? Like, will you guys listen to me when I talk about how this is very similar to the whole scam with Brad Pitt? Yeah? Would you be willing to listen to me now? Yeah? Oh shit! Okay, there. My skirt's blocking it now. There. See? Hi. We will continue. Hi. Aubrey, it's supposed to be me. Although her tits are bigger than mine, I think, so I guess I can understand it. I guess I can understand it. Her titties are bigger than mine. And Frigid Taco, thank you for the follow. I adore her.
Very real Kate Upton matched with you on Tinder and then plied you into sending her $2,000 to her offshore account at the Punjab National Bank. And imagine, if you will, your favorite game company brings back a franchise you love for a fantastic return to roots. Surely all of these are real. Real Tom Cruise, real Kate Upton, real return to roots, except they're not, you dumb bitch. All of these are catfishing scams and you couldn't even spot them. Don't worry, you may be stupid, but you're not alone. Just in 2023, consumers were catfished out of $2.7 billion.
Oh, $2.7 billion lost through scams. Holy shit. Okay, chat. In case it's not blatantly obvious by this point. If someone calls you up claiming to be a superstar and says, I need money to help finance my next whatever, hang up the fucking phone, please. And tell your elderly relatives this too. Because it is the elderly relatives that they go after. But yeah, it's the old people that don't actually know how technology works. That's the targets. So, chat, please educate your elder relatives. Let them know about these scams. Please, I'm begging you. I had to deal with this in my last job of so many people coming into my place of business with their computers saying that basically they got hacked because somebody from the phone company or the tax man or the TV the TV salespeople or Norton called them and said, "Oh, we've detected a virus on your computer. We need to get in there," and they let them in. Please educate your elderly, non-technologically literate family members about this stuff. Please.
How did that happen? Is that all just grandma getting scammed by Indian guys pretending to be Bill Gates? Maybe that makes up for about 1.7 billion, but where's the other $1 billion in imposter scams coming from? I'll tell you where it's coming from. The AAA gaming industry. The AAA gaming industry is the third biggest catfishing operation behind Indian call centers and Snapchat filters. They just cannot stop themselves from bringing back old IPs that they killed off, only to just make whatever the fuck they want anyways with no regard for the original formula. And the people that get left holding the bag are the fans, because they show up on launch day to buy a new entry from their favorite franchise, only to discover that this shit couldn't be any further from the originals. Like swiping right on Beyonce and showing up only to see Big Mama. They have been catfished. But at least they can look forward to the next Fable game. Psych! Hey, look, a new God of War game. Psych! Hey, look, another Saints Row game. Psych!
Oh, don't even the fucking Saints Row game. How many of you guys saw the Saints Row reboot? Oh, what a fucking travesty that one was. You went from Saints Row 4, which was just that shit crazy fun, to a bunch of fucking yuppie Gen Zers that were just fucking idiots. Yeah, Saints Row 4 was a goddamn insult. Or Saints Row reboot was an insult. To go from 4 to the reboot was horrible. Like, I played Saints Row 4. I even bought the DLC for Saints Row 4, Bat Out of Hell, where I got to play as Johnny Gat and, and Kenzie. Like, I even bought the DLC. I love Saints Row 4 that much. Hell, I even bought the follow-up to that. What was it? What was it called? It was the follow-up to Saints Row, but it wasn't a Saints Row. It wasn't a Saints Row game. It was something else. It was done by Deep Silver, but I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But it was by the same publishers, and they used some characters from the Saints Row IP. They had Kenzie and they had Johnny Gat in it. But damn it, I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, I got that game too. I only got it for Kenzie and Johnny Gat, and after I played it through with them, I was done. Agents of Mayhem. Thank you, Tim Timer. Yes, Agents of Mayhem. I got Agents of Mayhem specifically because of Kenzie and Johnny Gat, and I unlocked them, and when I played it through with them, of course, I was done with that for them because I didn't care about any of the rest of the characters I could play. I said Timer, didn't I? Is that not? Or is it just Tim? Oh, God, did I fuck your name up? I'm sorry. Oh, shit. I'm sorry if I fucked your name up. Tim 69er. Okay. I'm sorry. I read literal. Oh, I'm sorry. I do that. Okay. Moving on before I embarrass myself even more. Good night, Colonel. Have a great night.
Another Dragon Age game. Psych! A new Assassin's Creed game. Psych! Oh, hey, sorry for catfishing you just then. Here's an actual return to roots. We're very sorry about that. Double psych! FromSoft fans, just click off the video already. You wouldn't understand. With your constant stream of great games that stick to a formula you love, you lucky bastards. I wish I liked CBT so I could bask in this glory with you. FromSoft is so dedicated to not catfishing their fans that if they change the formula even a little bit, they change the name of the game as well. If this was Ubisoft, these would all be called Dark Souls. You guys have it so good that you have to catfish yourselves. Remember, it's about persistence. And you know what that means, Bloodborne fans. Bloodborne Remaster announcement coming December 12th at 8:14 p.m. Get your sacrifices ready. And that leads me to another form of catfishing, the Bethesda type of catfishing. This is when they use their name and their history to dig into that nostalgic mud vein of yours, trying to transfer the crowd from their old games to their new ones. We're BioWare, we're Bethesda, we're Obsidian, we're Rocksteady. Remember all those games we made and you loved back when you were happy and before you only got to see Daddy on the weekends? Well, this is brought to you by the same people that brought you that. Except it is not. This game was made by...
No, it's worse. And that's what this is what we've been seeing. With all of these AAA titles from these AAA studios, that's what we're seeing. They're capitalizing on their names. They're literally capitalizing on the studio names to get people to buy shit. And people are done with it. That's why Rocksteady has lost millions from Suicide Squad. It's why BioWare is down on its last legs, and they actually have to hit a grand fucking slam with the next Mass Effect game. It's why Ubisoft is now in the shitter and is getting broken up by Tencent because Assassin's Creed Shadows failed so fucking hard. All of these quote-unquote AAA studios are now in the find out stage of the fuck around. They've been fucking around for years, and now they're finally finding out, and they're hurting. They're having to dump employees. Their studios are getting broken up or shut the fuck down. The jig is fucking up. The jig's up.
By the same logo that made those good old games, the people that made them left the logo 10 years ago and got replaced by a bunch of Jaguar drivers. And they try to tell me that there's still staff on board from the original game. Who? The fucking janitors? Let's play a fun little game real quick. What if I told you the baker behind Bayonetta and Nier Automata was making another game?
Okay, hang on. Chat, because I love you. There you go. Because I love you. Bayonetta's and 2 B's. Scrumptious looking cake. I'm in huh? Lovely cake. I'm feeling a bit peckish, chat. How about you?
You'd probably throw 70 singles up in the air and see where they land, right? They would land on Babylon's Fall. What if I told you the guys behind Dishonored were cooking up something new? You'd probably think it's at least a 7 out of 10, right? Redfall. And what if I told you the creator of New...
Wait, that was done by the people who did... Oh, fuck. I didn't know that. I did not know the people who did Dishonored.
It's at least a 7 out of 10, right? Redfall.
I did not know they made Redfall. Oh, fuck. I had no idea. Oh, that is... But didn't their studio shut down because of it? Adrenaline Nimble, did their studio shut down because of Redfall, did it not? Yeah, I thought it did. Like, this was a fucking disaster. Redfall was abysmal. I saw the review Angry Joe did on this, and holy fuck, it was bad. They were forced to make you Redfall and rushed it. Well, Billy Bobski, I mean, If they were forced, they were forced. It was a dog shit game. The end result was shit. It's kind of like with Ubisoft Skull and Bones. Like, they supposedly were forced into making that too, and they couldn't even do the bare fucking minimum and use the already existing blueprint of Black Flag to make a decent fucking pirate game. They already had the blueprint and the tech available to make a non-Assassin's Creed pirate game. But they said, yeah, it'll be fine. And they made shit.
And what if I told you the creator of New Vegas was making a new game? You'd probably be very interested in what deep RPG they're cooking up next. In New Vegas, you had 3 different flavors of 50 cal. I mean, where can we go from here? The resounding answer, backward. Now your sniper rifle and your...
Okay, question.
Where can we go from here? The resounding answer, backward.
I have never played Outer Worlds. I actually don't know very much about Outer Worlds. Anyone in chat, have you played it and is it good? Is Outer Worlds a good game or a bad game? Green Matter, you thought it was bad? Okay. You think it's below mid? Kevin, you liked it. Robbie, you're saying it's okay. Tysel, you said it wasn't outright bad, and Sphinx, you're saying it's all right. 5 out of 10. All right, so it wasn't a great game, but it was okay. Okay, all right. I mean, an okay game, like, an okay game is okay. That's the thing. If it's a 5 out of 10 game, that's not bad. You know, every game is not going to be an 8, 9, or 10 out of 10. There is nothing wrong with playing a 5 or a 6 out of 10 game. You can still have a lot of fun with a 5 or 6 out of 10 game, honestly. You can't. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Like, for a game to be average, it's fine. Cyberpunk and Space Victor? I don't know about that, but I know like a little bit about. I don't know if it would qualify as like cyberpunk in space, honestly. But I mean, it's like if it was okay, that can be fine.
Now your sniper rifle and your grenade launcher share gun enthusiasts' favorite caliber, heavy ammo. As it turns out, if you duct tape 8 rounds of 308 together, it turns into a grenade launcher shell. It's a regular war zone out here, pimp. Nobody is who they say they are. The other day, I reunited with THQ, only to reach down her pants and grab a handful of Nord dick. Turns out THQ went defunct in 2013, and Nordic bought it a year later so they could parade it around like Lincoln's corpse. Who does that? Austrians. And if you think that's bad, now we're using entire genres to catfish. RPG used to be a proper category. It used to stand for something. It used to mean shitty combat and a fuck ton of player choice. These days I buy an RPG and I end up in 40 hours of therapy. And not even as the therapied on, but as the therapist. Take me back to telling Alistar he has no bitches. I don't want to be here. Which brings us to Dragon Age the Veilgard, a game so good that as soon as the post-launch clarity hit, all the launch day reviewers flipped and called it dog.
Hello, huh?
That as soon as the post-launch clarity hit, all the launch day
Day 1
reviewers flipped and called it dog shit.
Day 7. Oh, how the turns tabled on this shit. Day 1, all of the shill media types were all slobbering all over that Dragon Age Veilgard cock as if their life depended on it, and fellatiating the fuck out of BioWare, saying this is the best thing that's come out of this studio in years. And if you didn't like it, you were an istophobe. And then 7 days later, 7 days, when the entire player base had abandoned it, the minuscule player base that played it from the beginning abandoned it, and BioWare said 1 week after launch, yeah, we're done. We're not doing any more updates to us. We're basically leaving this game in the dust, and we're now going to go focus on Mass Effect. Oh, how quickly the media turned on that one. Real fucking quick. BioWare is a dead studio walking. They need the grandest of grand slams with Mass Effect to survive. They're not going to get it.
Shit. I'm calling it now. Veilgard is the biggest catfish of the generation. Not only does Veilgard not resemble a Dragon Age game, it doesn't resemble a BioWare game, it doesn't resemble an RPG. And how can you even look me in my eyes and call this a fantasy game when there isn't a single dwarf being racist towards an elf in this piece of shit?
You knife-eared pipe cleaner.
Let's get a round of applause for BioWare, everyone. Rarely do you see incompetence done this right. This is generational incompetence, truly once in a lifetime. Veilgard is like Dragon Age for Coco Melon fans. It came into my home, beat my eyes, bounced them off the walls, then threw them down the stairs and treated my eardrums like trampolines. It's like they took everything that made Dragon Age, and decided to do the polar opposite. But am I shocked by this? No, everything I said in my first video was right. And I knew it would be right because the gaming industry has catfished me so many times before. That being said, I'm still waiting for Stalker 2 to finish getting patched up, so fuck it, let's clown on this for a bit while I wait. That means I got probably about a year left on this review. First off, the combat is every bit as enthralling, engaging, and incredible as I thought it'd be.
Oh yeah, great fucking AI right here. The badass boss stuck on a rock. So you can just stand there spamming attacks because he's stuck on a rock. Brother. Outstanding fucking AI. Chef's kiss right fucking there. Huh.
Thought it'd be. Why not build on the classic CRPG Tord Wrangling combat as fans have been asking for since the second game? Fuck the fans, nobody plays CRPGs anymore. But when I play this, I feel like I'm experiencing a new level of strategic depth as I combine fast-paced attacks, parries, and dodges to exploit my enemy's weakness, stone railings. But none of this would have been possible without my loyal sewing circle. I'm joking, of course. They are completely useless outside of the one skill wheel use I get from them every 45 seconds. I understand now why they made them invincible. They are total morons. This game must take place in 1986 before Street Fighter invented the combo, because these dumbass companions practice the ancient art of hitting these motherfuckers one time for 11 damage in the most elaborate way possible, then wandering off.
Really?
Somebody hand me a towel so I can throw it in. This is the type of shit that happens when you turn off natural selection, and that's why I just stick to the reliable ranged fighters like Marty.
For fuck's sake. Easy, Fleek.
Harding's right. This requires a good scout. I'll take care of it.
Wait. Hang on. If you give everyone the wrong job in the finale and don't do their side quests, they die. I will remember someone on YouTube actually did a full compilation of deliberately giving all the wrong quests to kill off every single companion and showing off all their death scenes. It was fucking glorious.
As for the writing on these companions, what can I say that hasn't already been said by everybody for the last month? It's 35 to 100 hours of 8 people with negative riz delivering dialogue that has been safety screened into ash. The CIA should put all this dialogue into a montage and use it to break captives. These friendships sound like they were written by people who have never had friends. Where's the ball busting? Where's the disagreements?
If you want to bed me, you have only to ask.
What? Draw your weapon and say that again.
I didn't know Steve Blum did the voice for a previous Dragon Age. That's who was voicing the dwarf, was Steve Blum. He's done a bunch of voices, namely Wolverine. In the Hulk vs. Wolverine animation and the X-Men anime, he did the voice of Wolverine. It did a pretty damn good job, I must say. I didn't know he did the voice of the dwarf. Cool.
Again.
I jest, my foul-smelling friend. You are only slightly less attractive to me than a slime-filled pool of swamp water.
The eerie constant positivity of wooden line reads makes me feel like I'm in the Manson family, not a found family. They want you to all be bestest friends so badly that they provide no way to antagonize or lose your companions until the very end when they went, oh shit, that's right, we're a BioWare game. I chose to give this man's hometown full-blown AIDS, and 3 hours later we're chopping it up about his coffee recipes like it never even happened.
Oh my.
And don't even get me started on Tosh. She...
Actually, Tosh uses them for themselves now.
They are.
Yes. This one. Fucking Tosh. And leave us not forget that the whole thing with Tosh, yes, Revan, that's where I was going. The pulling a barf scene. I'm wondering if Fleek is going to bring that up. Like, okay, let's get real here. Dragon Age the Veilgard was literally Dragon Age the modern audience, in quotation marks. Because again, the modern audience is fictional, it does not exist, and it is basically the entertainment industry trying to actually create an audience that does not exist so they can legitimize pulling bullshit like this. That is what the modern audience is. It will never exist because people are not that stupid. This is Tosh, David. This character right here is Tosh, who has always been female in all of the previous Dragon Age games that she has been in. Now suddenly, because modern audience in Dragon Age Veilgard, Tosh is suddenly non-binary, and thus they. That is what BioWare did to Tosh. It is literally DEI the game. Okay, during character generation of this game, when you are crafting your character, you can literally put in top surgery scars. You can literally give your character mastectomy scars to make the transgender gamers feel more included. That is what BioWare did to Dragon Age. They DEI'd the ever-living fuck out of it. And what happened? They failed miserably. It is probably the worst launched game in BioWare history. I thought Tosh was in the previous one, Bourbon. I thought Tosh was actually in the previous Dragon Age. And her character was carried over to this game. Is it her first? Why do I remember hearing someone saying something about Tosh was in a previous game? Or maybe it's her race. Okay, was it a different person but the same race, Getty? Is that what I'm thinking? It was the same race but a different person? Okay, so that may be where I'm getting confused. Okay, that may be where I'm getting confused. So I'm thinking they talked about Tasha's race was in the previous, not Tosh herself. Okay, that's where I'm getting myself mixed up. Sorry, I got that mixed up. Well, regardless, yeah, they basically made this game. This game was made by BioWare for the LGBT community, and guess who didn't buy the game? The very community that they supposedly were trying to pander to did not buy this game. The people that all of these companies are pandering to with DEI bullshit are not the people that are going to be buying their games and keeping them in business. Flat out. And you know what? Let them keep doing it. They'll just bury their companies by doing it this way. By trying to pander to a fictional audience that does not exist, all they'll do is bury their companies all that much faster, and then we don't have to deal with them anymore. That's it. Let them keep doing it. They'll destroy themselves from within, and then we can forget about them and instead turn our attention to actual good games.
Asked us to let folks know, so now you do.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you for telling me. Tosh, you up for it?
Yup.
You don't ever interrupt God's mistake, Ladir, when he's talking. Anyone else? And that leads me to another thing I want to talk about. These puzzles. All these puzzles are piss baby easy. And my entire time playing the game, there was only one that I couldn't figure out. Who the hell am I? Somebody please tell me who the fuck I am. Some people have the gender card. I have the gender deck. Some people call me bro. Some people call me she. And on the back end, I'm God's mistake, Ladir, man, she, her, to look at. I think I actually found out what happened when I tried to join my soul sister.
Yeah, they actually put pronouns. They actually put pronouns in a BioWare game. This is real, chat. This is real. You could make your character a man, but identify as she, her, he, him, or they, them. That's actually in this fucking game. In a Dragon Age. Okay. Exactly. Exactly, Cool Cat. Instead of making the character, I don't know, a woman, if you want the character to be identified as she, her, they did, again, they made this for an audience that they wanted to pretend was something that it's not. And this audience doesn't exist. So basically, the people who made this game wasted millions upon millions upon millions of dollars so they could have a therapy session. Just like the fucking Acolyte people. The people that made the Acolyte flat out said that, or was it the Acolyte or She-Hulk? I can't remember. It was one of those two. They all fucking blend together nowadays. It was in the Acolyte and She-Hulk. They spent millions upon millions of dollars making their production, and they said it was all done to basically function as a therapy service to their people. Not because they actually gave a fuck about the product that they were making. That's what these people are using these companies for. They're using them to basically have therapy sessions, and they don't actually fucking care about the game that they're making. That's it. And Ricefield, thank you for the follow.
And she, her, to look at. I think I actually found out what happened when I tried to join my soul sister Tosh and becoming a free agent. I think I accidentally hit the factory reset button and became a man again. Look at that. Another Veilgard puzzle solved in less than 60 seconds. I never should have looked in that mirror. Speaking of which, I know we've already talked about the budget cuts in the last video, but let's all blow our pipes for a second to mourn the loss of Isabella's massive milkers.
Yup. I heard about this.
Now, for the record, I was planning to do more side quests, but then I found out you get the best ending by not doing any of them. If you neglect every companion's quest line, you unlock a special ending where everyone dies. Let me think about if I want to do that real quick.
I don't understand why you're bringing so many books.
Well, I don't see what your
We're only
objections
going
are.
to send 2 days. Emmerich wants to see more of Ferelden,
My
so
dear
we're going
Harvey,
camping.
a
But he's
gentleman
treating it like
is
you have to an academic.
Oh my god, my head. My brain. Oh god, my brain.
When they did this in Mass Effect 2, it was pretty depressing when my companions died because I liked them. Here, it's cathartic. I invited my whole family to watch this shit over Thanksgiving dinner. And I'm not just talking my immediate family, I'm talking cousins, in-laws, their pugs.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells.
I invited the whole flock of pimps, Fleek Harvey, Dr. Philippe, Fleek Fietti, Preachazoid,
God, we're gonna get the credits over all this.
Fleek Jones, Fleek Rogan,
Excuse me, can I please bite a chunk out of that apple?
a Canadian guy, Fat Albert, dog, get your big ass in here. Can't fit through the door? Ah, another year of unemployment, you'll be able to squeeze in just fine.
Horse open sleigh, over the fields we go.
You can come in too, S-Fest Fleek.
Merry Christmas, Xbox.
Hilarious. Yeah, that's about the right level of disgust one should have for Veilgard. Yeah, it's everything I heard. Was a terrible game. I didn't spend money on it. Thank fucking God. And trust in Flake to just say, you know what? Fuck it, all the companions are dying. They're all getting sent to the underworld.